President Trump sounds off on the bombshell IG report and takes aim at fired FBI Director James Comey. In a pair of tweets this morning, the president said Comey will go down as the worst leader of the Bureau in history, adding he did a great service to the country when he fired him. He also said it does not get any lower, in reference to texts sent between disgraced FBI agent Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, which showed political bias against the president during his campaign. One America's John Hines caught up with House GOP members on Capitol Hill and has more on their reactions to the report.
Says to me in a number of pages here that he should have been fired. The president was right to fire him, and the president simply has to fire some additional people. It's clear that, for example, Peter Strzok and Page, they were involved in a conspiracy to defeat the president or to hurt him afterwards. They were in McCabe's office at times when they were planning it, and clearly all the way up to the current deputy, they knew about it.
From what we've seen through news reports and summaries of it, is very troubling. It should be troubling to all Americans, regardless of what party, is that it was highlighted that there was some political bias, at least in dragging the FBI dragging their feet on the Clinton email investigation. There was insubordination by the FBI director, and so these are things that you don't expect to happen in the United States of America, and so it's very troubling.
For me, I think the key takeaway was where the Inspector General says, we do not have confidence that Peter Strzok made decisions free of bias. And in Inspector General language, that is as hard-hitting as it gets. I mean, I've read a lot of these IG reports, or seen a lot of these IG reports, one from the IRS with Russell George, one from the State Department when they did one on Clinton and Benghazi. Mm-hmm. So that's as hard-hitting as it gets. And it was relative to Strzok saying that they were going to prioritize Russia over the mid-year exam, the Clinton investigation. And this is the same guy who had all these terrible things to say about President Trump in the text messages. So that's as hard-hitting as it gets, and it sort of raises the obvious question, why is Peter Strzok still working at the FBI?
Chapter 12 is a bombshell. It identifies the very origin of the Trump-Russia investigation, and it appears as corrupt as it can be. Peter Strzok says to his girlfriend, Lisa Page, that they will stop Donald Trump from becoming president. And you know what had happened just 8 days before? Strzok had opened up on George Papadopoulos and begun the counterintelligence investigation. So in a period of just 8 days, you have Strzok, putting the Clinton investigation aside, starting the Trump investigation with Russia, and then telling his girlfriend that he had a way to stop Donald Trump. This is the same Peter Strzok who then goes on to talk about an insurance policy against the Trump presidency. And the Inspector General's report concludes in its analysis that they cannot exclude bias as one of the reasons why the investigative decision was made to prioritize Trump-Russia over Hillary Clinton's emails.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.